What is up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we are going to talk about the Super Street game. So if you didn't know what I'm talking about, essentially the guys over at Super Street, the tuner racing magazine, have decided they want to take a crack at the video game market. And from everything I've heard so far, this is the closest we've had to an underground successor basically since 2015. 2015 was pretty much Underground 3, and this is just one step closer, if not even more undergroundy than Underground 3. It's a very weird concept, and I'm going to talk about a lot of that kind of here. I know there's already been a few videos, and some of you guys may have already heard this, but I'm going to quickly glimpse over what the game is about, and then talk about my opinions and a bit of discussion about it, because this is really interesting. So around a week ago, they posted this on their website. This is the first kind of development log. So we see more and more of this, you know, as games kind of go on. Obviously, Need for Speed has Under the Hood, the crew does their community thing on their site, and it seems like Super Street are going to kind of do a similar thing. So they're going to have a development vlog on their site. In this blog, they're just basically going to share information about what's coming up, how the development's going, new features that we can expect in the game, maybe like beta dates or demo dates, those types of things. And essentially, they showed off this screenshot of a Brembo brake caliper. Now, this is a bit weird. It's like, well, it's the whole brake, but you can see the caliper is like Brembo and stuff. It's a bit weird because the car on the front cover is actually not even licensed. Now, this has led to a few theories that we're going to have licensed parts but not licensed cars, which in my opinion doesn't make an awful lot of sense. But they then went on to go ahead and talk about what the game's going to be like and how you're going to progress through the game. And they basically said that to get these Brembo brakes, you are going to have to earn them. So you're going to start off with kind of a rust part, so you can have rusty, you know, drum brakes, and then you're going to eventually upgrade to, you know, rusty drum brakes. And they kind of hailed this Brembo brake as like the holy trinity of an upgrade in this game, which to me is really interesting. The way they've marketed this game, it sounds like it's a game for petrol heads. Now, whether that is the case or not, we're gonna have to see. Again, I've heard mixed things from this developer. I'm not really sure if I can trust them like that, because they have made some pretty questionable games in the past. But with everything which they've said in this development blog, it does sound very, very promising. They want you to earn, you know, everything from the complete ground up. They want you to have a rusty car and then build it to like a tuner supercar. And that is something which is really cool to me. And it's really good to see more competition in the racing game, like just market as a whole. With Need for Speed still getting updates, with Horizon 4 coming later this year, Super Street, we've got Evolution Studios kind of motorsport-esque game coming along. I don't really mind, even if this game isn't great. I'm probably still going to pick it up just because of what it's, you know, based around. If you like tuner games and if you like tuner culture, chances are just to support that market, really, it might be good picking it. And obviously, because this is an indie game, I imagine it's probably going to be a bit cheaper as well. Anyway, a bit later on in the article, they then go on to talk about how they actually went over somewhere in Cali and actually did a VR tour. So they do have demos available, and you probably are wondering, when is this game actually even coming out? It's coming out in 2018. We don't know when. I'm going to assume it's probably going to be anywhere from mid to late 2018. Otherwise, they would have said it would have been early 2018. So it makes me kind of think maybe more towards November, but any time after kind of August, really. August is at the very, 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 very earliest. Obviously, we don't know any of this. This is all speculation, but this is what I'm going to assume. If you know anything about Super Street, you will know that they are a tuner magazine. So more customization games. I mean, for me, that's just great. The more customization games we get, and the more games about building your cars up from the ground up, and the more games we get about, you know, making the car your own, the better. Because only a few years ago, we had none of these games. If you roll back to 2014, there was not one game that allowed you to put a body kit on a car minus the crew. The crew was the first one, and that came out in December 2014. Or yeah, I think it was December 2014. So, you know, it's one of those things, like, if you literally roll back 3 years ago, these games didn't exist. And that's one thing for me that makes me really want to push this, because like I said, to have this in a game, for me, is really exciting. Still, I'm still in that honeymoon phase of customization games, and this kind of still being an uprising, a comeback. You know, it feels like we're slowly reaching the levels of 2005 again, where we're getting more and more and more of these games, and you never know, this could be our juice of this generation. And by that, I mean, you know, it can be like the kind of indie game but does really well and is really fun type game. Again, cautiously optimistic because the developer who are running this, but I genuinely kind of feel this could be kind of an Underground 3 juiced successor, and that gets me really excited. Anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have been awesome. Stay safe and peace.